Beloved, welcome back. Welcome to episode 7 of The Frequency is Enough. If episode 6 was the shedding of the old identity, the self you built to survive, then today is the birth of something braver. The courage to live as the real you. This episode is tender, it's raw, it's fiercely honest, because this is the point in the journey where you stop rearranging yourself to fit inside the expectations of others, and you begin to inhabit the shape your soul was always meant to hold. Let's take a breath together and begin. Section 1. The truth about authenticity. Authenticity sounds beautiful. We all want it. We all crave it. We all say we're ready for it. But let's be real. Authenticity is easy to desire and terrifying to embody, because authenticity requires one thing: being seen. Not the curated version, not the polished version, not the spiritually impressive version, not the well-behaved version, but you, your thoughts, your feelings, your boundaries, your preferences, your depth, your softness, your enoughness. Authenticity is not about expression. Authenticity is about exposure. And exposure requires courage. Section 2. Why authenticity used to feel unsafe. Before we talk about courage, we must honor the truth. There was a time in your life when authenticity wasn't safe. You learned that your needs upset people, your truth made people uncomfortable, your emotions were too much, your boundaries made you difficult, your honesty was punished, your desires were inconvenient, your voice was unwelcome, your success threatened others, your light activated jealousy, your softness was exploited. In that environment, shrinking was wisdom, silence was strategy, shape-shifting was survival, self-abandonment was protection. Never shame that version of you that did what it did to stay safe. But beloved, you are safe now, and safety is the soil where authenticity grows. Section 3. The 3 forms of courage required to live as yourself. There are 3 essential forms of courage that arise when enoughness becomes embodied. Let's name them. First, the courage to be seen. This is the courage to let the world meet the real tone, texture, and truth of who you are. It means you don't hide your joy, you don't shrink your grief, you don't mute your opinions, you don't disguise your gifts, you don't apologize for your boundaries, you don't pretend to be smaller just to be easier to digest. This courage says, I refuse to disappear from my own life. Number 2. The courage to disappoint people. This is a big one, because once you honor your enoughness, you will inevitably disappoint those who benefited from your lack of it. You will stop overgiving, you will stop over-explaining, you will stop carrying what isn't yours, you will stop rescuing people so that you can feel valuable. And people who rely on your self-abandonment may struggle with your truth. That's not conflict, that's clarity. This courage says, my truth is more important than your expectations. Number 3, the courage to choose yourself in real time. This is the daily courage, the moment-to-moment practice. It means saying no when the old you would have said yes, resting when the old you would have pushed through, telling the truth when the old you would have softened it, walking away when the old you would have justified staying, asking for help when your old you would have suffered silently, holding your boundary when the old you would have folded. This courage says, every time I honor myself, I strengthen the frequency of enough. Section 4. The anatomy of real courage. Courage is not loud, it is not aggressive, it is not bold for the sake of boldness. True courage is quiet, internal, and sacred. It feels like a shaky exhale, a quivering voice, a softened chest, a gentle trembling of the hands, a moment of I don't know if I can do this, and then doing it anyway. Courage is not self-confidence. Courage is self-allegiance. It says, I am on my own side now, and that changes everything. Section 5. What happens when you finally live as yourself? When you choose to live authentically, your life reorganizes around truth. First, your relationships become aligned. You no longer cling to connections that require your self-erasure. 2. Your boundaries become natural, not rigid, natural, like gravity, like breath. 3. You stop seeking external validation because you no longer abandon yourself in exchange for approval. 4. You attract people who can meet you in truth. Your authenticity filters your environment. 5. Your creativity explodes because your inner channel has no longer jammed with performance. 6. You begin to trust yourself, not as an idea, but as a felt reality. This is the reward for having the courage to live your truth. This is a life that becomes available when enoughness becomes embodied. Section 6. The embodied practice. Place a hand over your heart. Take a slow breath, feel your body receive it, and whisper, I am safe to be who I truly am. Let this truth echo. Let it settle. Let it soften your shoulders. Then ask yourself gently, what part of me is ready to be seen without apology? A preference, a truth, a boundary, a dream, a need, a desire, a voice, a piece of joy or sadness you've been hiding? Whatever rises, welcome it. This is the part of you that is ready for freedom. Beloved, living as the real you is not the result of confidence. It is the result of enoughness. When you feel like you're enough, you no longer perform. You no longer negotiate. You no longer shrink. Your life becomes honest. Your presence becomes rooted. Your energy becomes sovereign. In episode 8, we'll explore what happens to your relationships when you stop chasing enough. Because authenticity doesn't just transform you, it transforms every connection you touch. Until then, walk in your truth, stand in your enoughness, and remember, courage is simply choosing yourself in moments where the old you would have abandoned yourself. I love you. I see you. I'll meet you in episode 8.